Welcome to the daily Jerry Anderson podcast, which today begins unusually with the presenter talking about celebrities whom he does not like. As this covers nearly everybody, he, like Captain Oates, may be some time. I hope you don't mind me doing this. It's mildly.
It's obviously not a complaint, not a compliment. It's not a compliment.
I don't suppose you could describe it as a compliment. Yeah. But then again, do you think that I would gratuitously read out something that was harmful to you?
Yes.
Yes, indeed, I would. And take, indeed, a great deal of pleasure from it. I listened to Mr. Coyle's wee show yesterday. A gentleman called Kevin.
Where's he listening?
Sounds like a Catholic.
Where is he?
He doesn't say.
That's a pity.
Hello, Terry. Ken Bruce here. Hello. Lovely music, Telly. Ken Bruce here. I listened to Mr. Coyle's little show yesterday. We've got a Ken Bruce, haven't we, at Downtown? Don't we have two Ken Bruces? There's Ken Bruce on radio too.
Yeah.
Ken Bruce, I remember sitting beside Ken Bruce one time years ago at a dinner. He never said one word to me.
Is that so?
I didn't like him at all. But the Ken Bruce from Downtown may be better. I don't know. Hello, Terry. Great, lovely music, Terry.
Well, you know...
He never spoke one word to me. And I spoke to him, and he just... I thought it was a horrible little...
Did you try to speak to him?
Yes. He just nodded at me.
Do you know a man who I liked, and I never really met him?
We shouldn't be giving away these show business secrets.
No,
do you know something? Here's something, before you go on. I want to say something to the listeners. A lot of people might think that I'm splenetic.
Right.
Or that I would be a person that would, be bitter and horrible, but I'm not. One of the things that I try to do in this program, to see if somebody's name comes up, and I don't particularly like that person for a particular reason, I will always say so. Mm-hmm. Whereas, Hugo won't. And most of the other broadcasters, and I know that you're a gentleman, you would never say that you disliked anyone. I mean, I've never heard you saying that.
Right.
Would you say that if someone's name came up that you disliked, would you mention that you disliked them? Would you? I don't think you would.
I don't think so.
No, because you're a gentleman, whereas I'm not.
Right.
And I just can't help it because for some strange reason, I have to tell the truth, if I can. Now, there are certain truths that we can't tell. Mm-hmm. That particular one I'm thinking about. Mm-hmm. There's certain truths that we can't tell because if you do tell those truths, you'll be sacked. Mm. But if I can say things that I think without being sacked, I will do it. There's a certain line over which I do not cross. As the ladies of the lodge said the other night.
But there's people that you look at and you form an opinion of them.
No, I don't do that. No. I never give an opinion of anyone unless I know this to be a fact and I've had some kind of social interaction. Now, I've had social interaction with Ken Bruce, and I don't like him. The presenter is alarmed to discover that his companion, Coelus Interruptus in Latin, is not only narrow-minded, intolerant and disapproving of nearly everything, but he is also blind.
I'm at the stage now when I'm out walking now that I deliberately drop my eyes to the ground in front of me. Do you know why?
When you pass people?
Yeah. Do you know why?
See, that makes you look very suspicious, makes you look like a serial walker.
No, but I'm going to tell you why now.
Why?
Because of my failing eyesight.
Uh-huh.
I should be wearing glasses all the time, but I don't. And I don't recognise people, so rather than... I would really have to stare at people.
Uh-huh. So in other words, when you're walking the roads and a figure looms in front of you, you don't know if you know this person or not. And chances are all lonely walkers know themselves and they know each other. So there could be a possibility that you would fail to speak to this person and this person would take away the wrong impression.
Yes. And especially anyone... Now, can you recognise people on the far side of the street without your glasses?
Of course I can.
Without your glasses?
Oh, yes. I
can't.
I have the vision that I can see things from miles and miles away, but I can't see something right in front of me. That's not a problem. I need reading glasses. Is that long sight or short sighted?
No.
I'm long sighted. Anyway, last night a gentleman was talking about television. He said, last night I was lucky enough to see two of the most influential women in Britain today on television, Katie Price and Kerry Katona. I watched in awe as Katie Price learned to scuba dive. That's a good new series, that. You should watch that. Katie was very nervous but came through with flying colours. Thank you, Terry. Then little Kerry Katona showed us a pair of thigh-length leather boots that she had just bought. I love these boots, said Kerry, and you could hear the sincerity in her voice. Kerry also said she may go away for a short holiday. Both women assured us they've never been so happy in all their lives. That's good, isn't it? I think we should look at more TV series about women who are telling us that they've never been so happy in all their lives, learning to scuba dive and showing us their boots. Far better than those old programmes about things that, like politics and stuff like that.
Well, I found an extra programme last night.
Did you? An extra programme?
Yeah. Our TV has been turned off now this last number of weeks at 6:30.
As a protest, as a gesture?
Because there's nothing on, you just turn the TV off. But I managed to keep it on until 7 o'clock last night because I found an extra episode of Judge Judy.
Oh, happy days.
Yeah, from 6:30 to 7.
I don't see what your fascination is with Judge Judy. I've never been able to thole her myself. And I can't understand what it is. What is the strange attraction you have towards Judge Judy? Is it sexual?
No.
What is it? What is it? Do you fancy her? Come on.
I don't know what it is.
Come on.
No, honestly, I just
do you like looking at her, or do you like what she says? What is it?
I think I'm fascinated with the cases. I mean, you have grannies suing grandchildren.
I think it should be more of that here. Irish people don't do enough of that. Grannies should sue their grandchildren.
Be more suing. That's right. There's a wee call for you.
Suing. Bet you it doesn't work. Hello?
Hello?
Foiled again. The mysteries of Frogspawn are seldom unravelled on Northern Ireland radio, or indeed on anyone else's radio. All the more reason, then, why the presenter should fly the flag for all unborn frogs and tadpoles everywhere. I challenge any broadcaster on this planet, if he has indeed procured some frog spawn for a class recently, I would say the chances are that the answer would be no.
Oh, well, up until this year, I mean, for the past few years, I've been able to get it up near the UTV transmitter.
Jerry Kelly left it there in the hope that would take over the transmitter and tear it down.
Hannistown. No, you have to go somewhere where there aren't a whole lot of kids rampaging about, you know. But I've been able to get it, and the children in school really enjoyed it, from the playgroup up to P7, you know. And,
watching the frogs develop, yeah?
Yes, and we've been very successful. I've developed a certain amount of know-how over the years. But I went up about 5 days ago and expecting to find frog spawn or maybe a few tadpoles, and not a sign of anything. Now I'm beginning to wonder, did all the frogs die?
Well, you see, UTV are cutting, you know. Maybe perhaps they killed them all because they felt there was too many mouths to feed.
Well,
a lot of presenters have disappeared.
It could be, you know. No, but of course you find it. You find it. I probably find it up near the BBC transmitter if there was a road up to it, you know.
Hold on a second. Let me just check this.
That's where I went for our frog spawn. That's amazing. I was out quite near the BBC transmitter station here in Derry, a place called Sheriff's Mountain, and we used to walk out there.
Don't slur that. Sheriff's Mountain.
Yes. We used to go out there for our frog spawn. Where did you go, Mr. Anderson, for yours?
I used to go to the frog spawn shop.
Oh, where did you go?
No, but hold on a second.
You didn't?
No, but see, I never did anything like that.
No, you see.
I never had a normal childhood.
We went to the BBC.
The only thing I did was I remember having, Congress with chestnuts. I remember...
Chestnuts.
Oh, you spit in my chestnuts?
Yeah.
You spit in my chestnuts? All I'm saying to you is this.
Where did you gather your nuts? Where did you gather your chestnuts? Sorry. Where did you gather...
I gathered my nuts in the lunatic asylum, as it was at that stage. In Derry. Do you remember the asylum?
Yes,
since closed down, and God bless them.
Yeah, you throw a stick up
at that time, when people with mental illness used to throw them into a room and lock them up. There was a very strange place we were very afraid of. But there was a high wall, of course, to keep the people in. And behind those high walls were chestnut trees, which were wonderful. We used to get some big chestnut. That's the only thing I ever remember doing.
How did you get your chestnuts down?
I used to throw rocks and stones.
Rocks?
No,
Rocks?
sorry. That was the troubles later. I used to throw sticks.
Sticks? You threw a stick up.
And then you waited for the thing to fall down.
Yeah.
Then you opened the wee prickly thing, and out came the chestnut.
Yeah. So that's
and then
all
you put it on your... I want to talk about it.
No, but you never gathered... Right, go on, tell me how you made your chestnut.
I used to
your
get a
conker.
little... I'll tell you how I made my conker.
Right.
I'd get a kind of a knitting needle or something like that and heat it. Like a darning needle.
Yes, that's right. Yes,
and then you heat it.
Yes.
And then you'd burn a hole through it.
Yeah.
And then you'd... Tears come to my eyes thinking
and you
about
had to
the
put it in the oven.
What?
You have to put it in the oven.
Oh, to harden it, yes.
Yeah.
To harden it, yes.
Yeah.
And then you would put a little piece of string down it, and then you tie a knot in the end.
Did you put polish on it?
No.
Did you ever polish your conkers?
Excuse me.
Well, may you laugh. There are people in this world who have unusual surnames. These people normally lead blameless and peaceful lives unless mercilessly set upon by radio presenters who snigger often. Such a man is one Granville Pillar.
Granville Pillar.
Granville Pillar, yes.
Am I right?
Stanley Pillar.
I thought they blew that up in Dublin.
No, they are. Were they Coleraine lads?
Yes,
Granville Pillar, that's only one person.
Granville Pillar
Stanley
and his
Pillar
brother.
and the Pillar Men.
And his brother. He had a brother, hadn't he?
Granville Pillar, is that a guy's name?
Yes.
Or is that a monument?
It's Granville Pillar.
Granville Pillar. Well, you just said Granville Pillar. You talked about two guys, and then you named one guy.
But Granville Pillar and his brother.
Nelson.
No, Carl just told me his brother. Was it Stanley, did you say?
Trafalgar?
You hit
Trafalgar Pillar?
Do you not remember the pillars? Carl, do you remember the pillars?
Say no, Carl. Carl, say no.
Well.
Say no.
He remembers. Are they still singing?
It's still upright?
I
No.
haven't seen them in a while.
Listen, stop this now before it's too late. Okay, goodbye. Stop this now. Okay? Bye.
you.
What about, there's a man on too.
Okay.
Granville Pillar.
Yes. Hello, good morning. Is this Granville Pillar speaking?
No.
News reaches us that Judge Judy is ill. Cordis Interruptus drops everything in order to be at her side lest she prematurely perishes. He will travel anywhere, unafraid of local flora and fauna, because, after all, God has made him immune to the less acceptable aspects of nature, like bugs and things.
When was the last time you were stung with a wasp?
I was never stung with a wasp.
Never?
Never. I've never been bitten by anything. I've never been bothered by mosquitoes. And
I'm the same.
I've
been stung with a wasp, but it never really bothered me too much. I remember the last time I'd been stung on the neck.
I have been in Africa. I have been in the swamps. I have been in the deep south. I have been in the Everglades. And the Europa as well. I have been in many watery places where mosquitoes abound, and men said, be very careful, spray yourself, you'll get mosquito bites. I never got one in my life. I've been on tropical beaches where the flies were buzzing like spitfires. They always avoid me because, you know why? I've got bad blood.
They don't bother me either.
Don't bother me, that's because we have bad blood.
Oh, is it?
Can I say, Jerry, I think you're a bit sore on Sean on your show, but he is so sympathetic when you were away getting your cloven hoof removed.
Yes, you see.
It's one of your people.
There's a man on too. Needs your help.
Tell our turned in donkey feet Anderson that Geordie's vet would sort out his problem. Have you been saying that my feet are turned in?
No,
I'm not pigeon-toed. We talked about Elvis being pigeon-toed.
I don't believe that for a second.
It's true.
I was walking out one night and I decided to become Elvis.
Yes.
You know, because you said Elvis was
pigeon-toed.
Pigeon-toed and
Elvis walked
his chest.
Elvis had some Indian blood in him. Elvis walked the Indian way. Do you know the way Indians, when they stalk, their feet, they turn in?
But what about, you said something about his chest too?
He was pigeon-chested as well.
Pigeon-toed and pigeon-chested?
No, he's chicken-chested and pigeon-toed.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I'm telling you. Well,
I have a hollow back.
I can see that. I'm going to fill it in sometime with concrete. Jerry, did Sean know that Judge Judy was ill recently and was hospitalised?
No, I didn't. Heaven forbid.
To send her flowers.
I would send her a wee card.
Last night my husband came over to me and showed me something, saying, I thought you might enjoy this. Within seconds, get that away from me, I said. It was his laptop. He was looking at a gum tree and came across the following advert, which I will read the way it has been sent to me. I'm looking for a Stella Artois fridge or even a Gunny's one or Budweiser for about £70. Please let me know if anyone is selling one. This means I'm looking for a Stella Artois fridge or even a Guinness one or Budweiser for about 70p. Let me know. His laptop nearly got a flying lesson. Thank you for listening. Back tomorrow.